Hi everyone and welcome to today's class. It's the super full moon today. Energy's intense. It's the third one in a row and it said that something that has started in June, mid-June, is now coming to an end. So you know what that is in your personal life or whatever we have in the bigger picture. And as always, there's the necessity of clearing, cleansing, letting go to make space for what's going to come or what's already coming in next. So let's see, as we are living in a time at the moment where everything is very visceral, what we can do to help our bodies. So, little toes in line with the hips or the muscle line, little fingers in line with your shoulders, nose, sternum, navel and pubic bone in line. Sit bones together, everything's long, and just starting with the reaffirmation of the upper arms. Little fingers towards the thumbs, everything's long, and I just notice I have to adjust a little bit more. Just visualize the lengthening continuously, and then maybe you also need to adapt. Ribs together, that's also a thought, and have your elbows relaxed and arms in line with this muscle, with this line here between the straight abs and the diagonal abs. And then you notice that you've got your shoulder blades parallel. If you are standing against the wall like me, or just visualize them parallel, and it should be working. If you're standing against the wall, you notice if you have tension in your shoulders, because that will lead to tension or to your shoulder blades not being parallel. Okay, so little fingers towards the thumbs, but all the fingers stay long and relax. Just relax. One more time, little fingers towards the thumbs, lengthening, just lengthening and relax. Okay. Other side, thumbs towards the little fingers, just lengthen, relaxing the elbows, lengthening and relaxing. And one more time, thumbs towards the little fingers, lengthening and relaxing. Your elbows and knees are always relaxed, and your feet might turn out because you're using your sit bones. So it's drawing in. That's not bad, that's just a sign that you're using the muscles, and it's always necessary to adjust again into the straight line to work the alignment. All right, with the same muscle coordination, we're just going to the end of the mat, lengthening everything and relaxing down. Just let your head hang. Make sure your shoulders are not up. Relaxing. You can always bend your legs, that's fine. Little fingers in line with your little toes. Navel in. Ribs together and sit bones to the head. That's a straight line, long and relax. Breathing in. On the out breath, sit bones, head lengthening and relaxing. Breathing in and sit bones and head lengthening. Stretching the back by visualizing or through visualizing the legs, and just relax. Breathe and let the blood flow down. And as always at the moment, I will do something for my shoulders. So we do the same thing again. If you're here or here, no problem. Lengthening. And now lengthening, looking at the middle finger, describing the biggest possible circle and an even bigger one going down. And lengthening. And lengthening. Okay, and again lengthening. And lengthening. And one more, last one. And lengthening. And release. Okay, now I will continue with my continuous exercise. A little adventurous for your hip and lower back. If you think that's too adventurous, skip it and I'll see you for the next one. Otherwise, I just like to be next to the door because I like to make some use of it afterwards. So we start, hips parallel. Wow, okay. And you can always bend your supporting leg as well. Lengthening and relaxing. And again, our leg, lengthen, relaxing the head, elbows are relaxed, long back. And just releasing everything. Breathing. Okay, one more. Now lengthening the leg. And bending in. Breathing. And other leg. Lengthening. Yeah, just watch that your hips don't turn, that you've got them really parallel. And relaxing. Okay, one more time. Now just see what I need to do because this is the side where it's so difficult. Okay, I think I can make some use of my door here. That's why I'm standing here actually. Okay, just breathing. Making sure the hips are in line, elbows relaxed, long back, and then see where there is some tension, where you need to lengthen in your mind. So it's not like pushing or something like that, it's just about your thoughts, and you can intensify the stretch through your thoughts. Yeah, don't hold as long as me. Well, I should have said that earlier. It's just where you notice that you've got the tension. Yeah, and my tension points are here. So this is where I need to do that. On this side, I probably don't need to lengthen as long because I feel that the tension goes away earlier and that I have a nice stretch. Yeah, let's see that you don't hurt your foot. Okay. And also nothing like this. Elbows always bend towards your body so that your shoulders don't tense. Okay. Parallel. Always go back to your alignment. And here we go. Wow, okay. Yeah, that was a really good stretch. And it was necessary, yes. Okay, so back to the muscle coordination and just let the blood flow down before we go down here. And I'm just walking down and lower. Okay, stretching out, legs together. together, one hand on top of the other, forehead on your hands. And now from here, I'm just lifting up my upper body and arms as they are, lengthening forwards, parallel, little fingers in line with your shoulders, lengthen behind your neck, and now describe the biggest possible circle until your fingers reach next to your body. Breathing in, on the out breath, navel towards your spine, lengthen energy through your head and your fingertips, coming back, biggest possible circle, and down. Okay, breathing in, on the out breath, navel in, lifting up your head and arms, lengthening arms forwards as before, same thing. Describing the biggest possible circle until your little fingers reach the position next to your body. Now breathing in here, out through your mouth, navel in, lengthening through your head and your fingertips, and now your chin comes closer to your chest. Just draw your head down. Send more energy through your fingertips and head, and notice the stretch in your upper back and neck. Come back into the alignment and reverse the circular movement of your arms. Lengthening and lowering. Okay, breathing in. On the out breath, navel in, sit bones together. Coming up with your arms, lengthening the arms forwards. Now this time lengthen your legs, which come up, they're still together, and continue the circle with your arms, your legs stay in the air, slightly in the air, upper thigh still on the floor though. Now lengthen when your arms are next to your body, so you might come a little bit up. And now lengthen right up and down. Be careful that your navel is always in, and it's not like pushing against the mat. That's obviously not the right thing to do for your back. You're always trying to lengthen, and then it's like destroying it in. Okay, good. So now this time, again, one hand on top of the other. Breathing in, lengthen your legs so they are coming slightly up and open them hip wide. Just visualize a line from your hips or your muscle line to the little toes, and it should work. Breathing in. On the out breath, lengthen from your head and from your toes and elbows, and think of lengthening your legs and drawing them in. Priority is lengthening, not coming together. So if they can hardly make it, your legs, you're great. So lengthen is activating the inner thighs and open. And again, lengthen and open. And lengthen and open, and lengthen, and open, and just let them sink down, hip width open. Breathing in, lengthening, upper body energy through the elbows and through the head, closing the legs. Now lengthen the right leg, and lower. Lengthen the left leg and lower. Repeat. Right leg, navel in and lower. Left leg, navel in Now this time, slight flex, meaning to feel the line behind or at the back of your leg. Lengthen the left one, lengthen, energy through the heel, then stretching, meaning energy through the toes at the front of your leg. Okay, one more time. That makes 4 altogether, alternating legs, lengthening, back and front and lower. Okay, now navel in, legs up, hip wide open, and now lift your upper body, arms and head as they are. Stretch out your arms in front of you, little fingers in line with your shoulders. Now slightly lift your right arm and left leg and lower to the position in the air where they were. Slightly lift left arm and right leg, and again. Navel in should be very intense and very small movement. Lots and lots of energy coming through the finger and toe tips and head. That's the idea. So it's almost impossible to lift because there is so intense energy flow. Just alternating and lengthen and then sink down. Good. Now place your hands underneath your shoulders. Legs stay hip wide open. Lengthen the front and the back up. It's not the idea of coming up so much. The idea is of lengthening the front and the back. Repeating. Lengthening. Up. And down we go. And one more time, lengthening. And this time, navel against your spine and lifting from the center. So you can sit back and everything's relaxed. Okay. Oh, and just let the blood flow down. Good. Okay, we continue on all fours. Navel in, little fingers in line with your knees and your little toes. That's what you visualize. And long behind your neck. So lifting one leg 90 degrees, meaning upper thigh parallel to the floor, same as your hips. And down. And your shoulder line, so it's really like a square. Other leg, lengthening, hips parallel, and energy through the heels, of course, as well. So we're lifting again in that same position. Now energy through your head and your heel, lengthening and lowering. Little toes in line with your hip or your muscle line, navel in, lengthening from the head and down. Other leg, lengthen, energy through the heel and the head, keep lengthening, lowering, little toe in line with your head, in line with your hip or your muscle line, and lengthen behind your neck so the energy comes out of your head. Very interesting what Freud makes of it sometimes, yeah? Okay. Lengthen and energy through the heel and the head. So we know why we should be in the here and now. Lengthening. And one more time with the other leg. So that makes 4 altogether. Lengthening. And lower. Alignment. Always think of your lines. Sit by heel and little toes hips and muscle line. Relaxing your back. Okay, now we just use the hip rotation. The important thing is to have the 3 lines parallel, yeah, and to lengthen the side, to not contract anything, to hold the leg. That's not the idea. It's the energy flowing out. So 90 degrees, lengthening energy through the head and the heel, and now just turning in your hips, lengthening, and lengthen, lengthen and relax. And up, and lengthen energy through the heel and through the head, and open, and lengthen, and release. And up, and lengthen, and open, lengthen, 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 and down. Really making sure to not twist. Yeah, that's the indicator of trying to hold something instead of letting it go. Always out, and lengthening, and lengthening. Yeah, that was a very interesting thing. I think I need to repeat that for myself, so don't do that if you don't. Because if you have tension somewhere, that's ingoing energy, and I just noticed that. So let's see if I can go very slowly and see that it does not go in. Yes. Yeah, so if you notice you have a point of tension, mine is here, so that can only work as a point of tension if the energy goes in. And this is what we do in this kind of exercise, that we take the energy consciously out, and that's giving it a different program, and that's how you get rid of that. Okay, so next, walking forwards into the plank position and just opening, biggest possible circle, and down we go. And again, up, and I repeat this one more time to each side, lengthening, and one more, and relax. Okay. So if your weight is in the center, which it should be, then the push-ups we're doing now should be no problem. If you have any problem with that, stop. Yeah, so for the ladies, it's a diagonal line from your knees to your head, little fingers in line with your shoulders, and you can cross your legs or have them here, or when you relax your elbows and you come up, not from anything here, but from your core through this fountain that's ongoing, so ongoing in a diagonal line. And it's that same principle for gentlemen, little fingers, little toes in line, not legs together please, and then you release and you come up, and you release and come up. So please, ladies, don't copy me. Please go into the other position or work from the other position. It's just here that we are. And just back. Okay, I just do a little bit more. With something that requires strength, you always need to be careful that if you have points where there is tension, for example, as I'm mentioning my hip, it can go again, tensing there. Yes, so you always need to watch that. Okay, other way around. Yes, there is some tension. If you notice something unusual, always try to release it a little bit with whatever necessary. Massage is a great thing, like 10 seconds. Okay, legs together. We'll do it the other way around now. Little fingers in line with your shoulders and just coming up with your butt if you can. If you can't, don't worry. Just think of that fountain, yeah, and make sure you're not doing anything here. Fountain, and it should work. And release. Okay, so if that was not too much of a challenge, then you can choose to use this. Maybe it's not even a bit more difficult to go here, lengthen, and down. Now try to visualize your neck in alignment with the rest of your spine. So you lengthen. Not easy to find because normally you have so much tension there. It's really difficult. Lengthen. Okay, if that's not a challenge, you can lengthen your leg, draw the biggest possible circle, and down. Breathing in. On the out breath, biggest possible circle. Make sure that you're not lowering in your center. Hips. Yeah, lengthen. So much energy out of your head and out of your toes that you stay up, and relax your elbows to go down. And up. And lengthen. And lower. Okay, and now time to release the back. Right, obviously I needed to move a little bit more energy. If you don't, please choose the smoother way to relax and make sure that your hairstyle is not causing any tension. Yes. So, this is a little bit smoother. Really always follow your body, and if you need to shake something off, 3-dimensional with your arms, it's always a good idea. Yeah, there is some tension. Oh yes. Good. Okay, and maybe you want to stretch out as well. Okay. Good. Let's go for some alignment, that's always helpful. Little toes in line with your hips or muscle line, and little fingers in line with your shoulders. Just lengthen. And checking the alignment, breathing in. Sit bones to your head, biggest possible circle, so it's always here and lengthening. It's nothing like this, see? That's what we're going. Now, this wants to come out, and it will, but as much as you can, think in and think longer. And as you need to bend your legs, do so, no problem. Lengthen. Breathing in, and on the out breath, lengthen. And up. Okay, breathing in, lengthening. Breathing in, and sit bones to your head, and lowering, just coming up, and lengthen, and release. And if that's bending your legs and being almost straight, no problem, just do lengthen here, sit bones head, one line, that's important. Do what you need to do for yourself. You will know, and your body knows anyway. Okay, breathing in, lengthening, open. Lengthening and relax. Okay. And one more time down. And straight into this. Obviously, there are some adjustments to do. Interesting. Yes. Okay, we continue on the side. Middle finger in line with your ear, your hips and your heels, and make sure that your elbow is in contact with your body, so there's no tension here. If you find there's some tension going on here, you can look slightly down. Otherwise, here we are. Now, it's not about lifting your leg, see that? It's about lengthening your leg and lengthening everything so the energy comes out of your head and out of your heel. And by visualizing one line from your muscle line or hips to your little toe, it should have the right height because your body knows your measures. Lengthening, and don't have everything here. Lengthen, yeah, so it's not the poor underneath leg having to carry everything. Breathing in, on the out breath, lengthening, and now turning, lengthening energy through the head, and release. And one more time, lengthening, and turning, lengthening. Now let's check, should be here, yes, and release. Okay. Now don't get crazy on the next one. You do what you can. It's about lengthening here, and then about stretching from here, and that could be very low, and that's totally fine. Not better to have higher legs. The only thing good about all this is to have the strength from the center to manage whatever you need to manage for your profession and your body. Lengthening energy through the head and through the toes. And one more. Lengthening. And lengthening. And down we go. And one more time, lengthening. Lengthening. This time I'm going to stretch a little bit, which is not pulling towards me. It's about lengthening the upper body and lengthening the legs out. And I hope you could really see that. So it's not this, it's there. And that feels very different. And then it's about sending energy into all these different directions, and that is what makes a balance and lengthen. Balance has nothing to do with holding, that's control. And just coming up, bending your legs. Okay. Interesting, I was not called to stretch my hip today, so let's see what difference that makes. Let me know in the comments actually. Middle finger, I was a little confused at the end, you could see that. Head, or no, ear, hips and heels. Okay. Elbow in contact and head in place or here. And now here we go. Lengthening. Lengthening, and now remember this leg is not the one that has to carry it all, and lower. Okay, breathing in, and on the out breath, lengthen, and lengthening, lengthening, and lower. Breathing in, and lengthening, and open, and turn. And relax. Okay, now again, don't go crazy, please. Just do what you can. Lengthen. And up. And just lengthen. And keep lengthening. And one more time, lengthening. And try to choose an easy approach, meaning really easy thoughts, soft thoughts. It's so much better for your body, because we can choose strong, pushy thoughts, and that tenses our entire body, but we could also choose like fluent, soft thoughts. Okay, let's see. Lengthen, and that's what we need, especially if we have tension somewhere. So lengthening, just lengthening. And long. Okay. And coming up. And see how the back is. Because obviously that's been an intense stretch, which affects the back. Good. And stretching out whatever you need. Your body knows. Yes. Thank you for your participation today, for your time and your energy. Very surprising for me today what we had to do and in which order, and also surprising what happened inside my body, but let me know how it was for you. Thank you again for helping me grow this channel by liking, sharing, commenting and subscribing, and for being here, for being ready to be a healthy, happy person, creating a new world with the human ideals, because this is what your body needs to be healthy and what we need to be happy. Lots and lots of love and all the best.